Hey everybody, welcome to the old slot car Monday night slot car. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Saturday night slot car Saturday night. Apologize. I'm in a different position, obviously, and I've got the computer someplace completely different. So let me see who all's here. Thank you everybody for showing up. I hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. I know I'm not looking forward to going back to work. Hey John. Well, you know, as well as can be expected when you know you got to go to work the next day. But thank you. I hope you and your family had a good holiday. Hey Kevin. Hey Adam. Thank you for showing up, buddy. Hey Jimbo. Hey Mike. Well, I hope we're going to have some fun. Hey Steve. Yeah. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I don't have any audio on, and I'm about 4 feet away from the camera, so. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm talking real far away, but I've never been this far away from the camera before. It looks like YouTube's kind of close to being live. Oh, that's crazy. See, the live chat is going on my phone, and it's not even moving on the. Oh, there we go. Hey, Brian. Hey, Mayor. Hey, Pat. Hey, John. Hey, dude. Hey, Ed. All right, now that I figured out. Hey, Tate. Oh, Angry Coyote's here. You're going to go with me tomorrow to drop off the motor. There's the good news. Going to drop off the motor tomorrow after I get off work. And I took advantage of a lot of Labor Day sales and got some discounts on some parts and stuff. So, yeah, thank you again, everybody, for an awesome, I guess, charity auction to try to help get the Mustang running. I appreciate it. Moving downstairs to the slot cars and stickers. Oh, nice. I'll be sending out a my little sticker package for you, so you can have some extras for whenever people come over, and I'll send some extras so you can give them to Tom the next time you see him there. Send you a sandwich. Hey, Rick. Thank you for showing up, buddy. Yeah, John, we got another Ford guy in there, Kevin, and Angry Coyote that I actually named his car for him whenever he bought it, and we were driving it back. Wow, 31 people. Honestly, I didn't expect 20 people to show up tonight, so thank you for everybody for showing up. But if someone can give me a thumbs up if the audio's okay, if I need to try to rearrange, that'd be cool. Cousin Carl. Yeah, there you go, Rick. Give them to me, and then anybody that asks for them, I can get them out, man. Not a problem. Sounds great. Okay, cool. Thank you. Audio is in line. Oh, audio is fine. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Like I said, I've never been this far away from the camera. The camera's awesome, and thank you guys again for helping raise the money so we could buy this thing. So we had some decent audio and visual, but you know, I haven't been this far away from it before. Yeah, thank you, Ed, and thank you, John and Mike. Hey, Mark, thank you for showing up, buddy. I did see your message, and everyone give Mark a round of applause. I didn't get a chance to announce that he actually won a couple of races at his track on Saturday. So everyone give Mark a round of applause. He was actually standing on top step of the podium. Congratulations, man. If you were here, I'd give you the old Burger King crown. Here, see, I can grab it. See, I'd anoint you the king. See, so congratulations, Mark. You know what I'm going to do for you one of these days? One of these is going to show up in the mail for you, my friend. And I expect you to wear it. Oh, and I missed Tom. Is Tom in here? Hey, Tom. I was just telling the mayor I was going to send out your stickers to him tomorrow. So, once again, thank you to everybody. Like I said, if you can't tell, I am just jacked to the moon. I spent all day yesterday working in the garage, trying to get everything cleaned up. Because, like I said, whenever the last go around happened, it literally, I mean, it took the wind right out of my sails. So all the tools were in the same spot where they were, laying all over the place. Cobwebs had started growing in places. So anyway, I did some spring cleaning in the fall, I guess fall cleaning, and getting it prepped. But it was raining off and on today, and I really didn't feel like trying to deal with not making sure my computer and camera and everything got all wet. And then I didn't know how the Wi-Fi signal would be, and I just figured until the weather's nicer, then where I can actually have the garage door up and not worry about weather coming in, then I would just do what I needed to do in here anyway. So if you don't know where I'm at, I'm on the back side of Snake Hill Speedway. So obviously you see the windows I've got blocked off with the Shelby Snakes. As a collector's tip, UV ray kills this plastic. It turns it nasty yellow. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't do what I do and collect a lot of them. But if you are going to be a collector and you're saving these to maybe sell somewhere down the road, it will behoove you to make sure that no ultraviolet light gets on any of these packages. And what I have found is some of the older TYCO packages start yellowing just because of age. So keep that in mind if you're looking to buy something that you're thinking you're going to sell down the road. You definitely do not, and that goes for your slot cars too. You do not want your slot cars in the sun because they will fade also. So keep that in mind, guys. I mean, I know having the fresh air, sunshine come in and everything's all cool, but the downside to that is it's going to destroy your cars. It's going to destroy your packaging, and your cars aren't going to look anything like they were whenever they were newish. You would wear the crown. All right, Mark. Well, then, by golly, buddy, I'm going to be going to Burger King on Wednesday, and I'm going to be getting me another crown just so I can send it to you. That's awesome. Wow, 36 people. Well, this is a Monday night show, so no matter how many people do show up, and thank you for everybody that does watch now live and tunes in later and watches later. But there is no giveaway tonight. This is just Scott basically doing some stuff that needed to be done. So what I had to do was, like last Monday or 2 Mondays ago, we were out in the hall, and I was doing all the cars out there and weeding through some of that. And then if you remember, I guess it was about a month before my father passed, Adam, during one of his awesome sales, sold his Audi. And I'll get that up there so you can see it. And as you can see, I didn't have it. And I do have the test shop car. And don't worry, I've got the camera set up so whenever I move up here, it's more focused up here so you can see the cars I'm taking down. And then whenever I move down here to clean them off, I'll show them off to the camera and stuff. So the goal for tonight, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm anal. I've got to have stuff where I think it belongs. And anybody who has put cars on their wall knows that if you put them up, it's just temporary if you're going to keep collecting, because one day or another, you're going to run across a car that, like this, that it was a price you couldn't refuse, and it was one you didn't have, and it was one that you wanted for your collection. So in order for me to get this Audi in the right place next to the test car, that means this whole section from there down needs to come down all the way to the corner. And the HP7 that I have in the corner is going to go down, and all the Mega Gs and Mega G Pluses are going to go over one. So that means every car from here over is coming down tonight. And then depending on time, I've got the major reconstruction, which is probably going to be next Monday's show, depending on how long we take on this. But my buddy Adam gave me a Christmas in July gift. and I've got it up on my wall, but once again, I don't like the feng shui. It's not where it belongs. So Anal Scott is going to be moving some stuff. And then, as you know, AFX came out with the new Ford GT, and I did start doing that video yesterday. And just long story short, I lost everything that I tried to do because my computer battery died. I didn't realize it because I was in the living room saving. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, I lost all my progress. Lost it all. It didn't auto-save. It didn't do nothing. It just shut it down. And so the pictures that I got are still there, but now I have to start the video all over again. And any of you that have done videos know that you've got to take those pictures, put them in sequence, and then if you want to fade in, fade out, do all that stuff, and make it look a little better than just cut scenes. It takes a lot of work. So don't worry. By the end of this week, I will have that video out. And once again, I'm going to put the call out to everybody that watches this channel. I do want us to try to get to 5,000 plus subscribers before the end of the year. And honestly, I think that if enough people watch this video that are members and subscribers, or just casual viewers, and some people share it, there's a good chance that maybe it'll get grabbed like the Bob Beers Mustang did. And then maybe YouTube and Google will actually push it on the Google page for people for YouTube. And then that's where we got the big jump in members last year, if you remember, from 3,000 to 4,000 went like that. And that was because of that video. I know progress has crawled to basically almost a stop as far as subscribers go. But that's because a lot of people just don't like to watch live shows. So thank you all for putting up with the live shows, because I enjoy doing the lives. They're a lot easier to do. They don't suck away my life sitting in front of the computer. And I enjoy the interaction with the live interaction with people. So I know what I need to do to try to help grow the channel. And the side benefit of this is that every time people view or share a video or something that I do, then YouTube is going to suggest it to other people's channels with that at the end of my video. And I've noticed that while I'm working, whenever it shows that little collage of different videos that you can do, I see a lot of people that make videos for HO slot cars that are suggested videos in there. And so hopefully, if I gain a little bit, it'll help the whole community gain a little bit. That's the goal. Like I said, that is not for my personal gratification of saying, oh, we're number one. It's to try to help the community. And I know the more people that watch my stuff means the more people are going to watch your stuff. And that just helps the whole hobby grow. And if you've missed my whole theme of this, it's I feel like I owe the hobby something, and I'm bound and determined to pay it back, because I've met so many great people. And the last 7 weeks that we just went through with the show on the live side, it just confirms that 100%. Just salt of the earth people, and I want to attract more good people like you guys and gals, so that we can get this channel booming, and you can go around and wear a Scott shirt or whoever slot car shirt, and then, man, get this hobby going. And just a little tidbit before we get started, and I'll climb up on the chair and I'll quit rambling. One of the hottest gifts this year for Christmas is a slot car track. I know it's the wrong scale. It was listed as a Scale Electrics track, as a must-have Christmas gift, but it's slot cars, and there's no wrong way to slot. And so my theory is if people see that and then they happen to stumble across one of our videos, then maybe they'll decide on HO versus the bigger scale. But bottom line is there's no bad eyes on having more eyes on slot cars. There's no bad result from that. So, that's good news. The market is noticed that this hobby's coming back. So let's get it going. Uh-oh. Exactly, Tom. All scales. It doesn't matter what scale that we're doing, guys. Over in Europe and the rest of the world is big in slot cars. That's why, if you notice, the larger scales are they have a lot more followers, and they have a lot more subscribers, and there's guys that make a living off of YouTube on the larger scale. HO is mainly a North American scale. Canada, but it's mainly the US. A little bit of Japanese, a little bit of Australia, a little bit of Europe, but mainly they like the larger cars. But I know that I'm not the only person that grew up liking slot cars, just like you guys. And if we can get more people in our age group of that 20-year range to try to get back into slot cars, just imagine how much our hobby would grow here in the United States. And I honestly believe with the right marketing, it could rival the European stuff. But right now we've got two manufacturers that refuse to do any TV advertising. They just want to stick to YouTube and stuff like that. But one of these days, hopefully we can attract Mattel to bring back Hot Wheels electric racing and bring back our beloved TYCO brand. And that will make those other manufacturers pick up their game. It's going to be a residual effect for their sales to go up. But in order for them to keep up with Mattel Hot Wheels, they're going to have to start advertising. And you all know when you start advertising, you get eyeballs on it. And then you may find that person that didn't even know about it, or you may have found that person that did know about it, but forgot about it. And we can get them back in. So whatever I got to do to try to help the hobby. That's the bottom line. Hey, Josh. HO, the gateway to addiction. Yes, Mike. All right, cool. Well, I'll get off my little pulpit about slot cars and giving advice and stuff like that and get the show started. But just suffice to say, thank you for everybody for showing up. I'll pull down the cars first. Is what I'm going to do. I've got a TV tray sitting over here, so once I get up on the chair, I can just stay up there for a little bit. And then once I pull down a little section of them, I'll get down, clean them up, and then I'll stick them here in front of the camera so you guys can actually see. And if you got any questions or whatever, then if I know anything detail-wise about the cars, then I'll be more than happy to answer them. Or if somebody in the chat knows something that I don't, because I don't know everything, and I'm the first person to tell you that. Please help us. This is an educational channel for everybody, from beginners to the experts like Mark. I try to cater to everybody, and hopefully it's a little bit of interesting for both sides, and everybody in between. Hey, Dave, thank you for showing up, buddy. Hey, Damon, thank you for showing up. All right. Well, let's see if I can climb up on the chair without busting my tail. I do have some pretty interesting stories about some of these cars. Believe it or not, I remember every car that I bought and the circumstances behind it, so to speak. So, yeah, when I say I made up with slot cars, I made up with slot cars. No doubt. And Adam, if you're with Brian with the PTT, let him know I'm sorry. I didn't know he was going to do a fireside chat tonight. I didn't mean to step on him. I'm just trying to grab the stuff that's within arm's reach before I have to get down off the chair. That was almost bad. All right, now I think I got another. Old age causes yellowing too. Yes, Brian. I just noticed that on the H part one, it's usually the TYCOs. I've not had a lot of the AFX, I have noticed some of my older Mega Gs have started to turn a little bit from the completely clear to a little bit of yellow. And I know mine have never seen the sun. So I know it's going to happen. But if you have UV, you're just going to accelerate it. What am I missing? Fluorescent light. Oh, hey, good tip. Don't worry, we've heard his stories before. All right, Adam. Crack me up. All right, let's see if I got a wrong one. There we go. I think, yeah, I got one zoomed in on me, so I can actually, yeah, there we go. All right, so here, let's get this party started. This is what I do every time I move my cars. So, I believe it was Dennis Osborne asked me how often I clean my cars and clean the case and stuff like that on the walls. Honestly, that's why I'm noticing them right now. Where am I at? This way. That's why I'm noticing them right now because when they're on the wall, believe it or not, the Novus makes it easy for you to clean the dust right off of them. So let me clean this one up real quick. And we'll show you what it is. So this is a paintable Ford Fusion Stalker Mega G Plus. And if you're wondering how I do the cars on there, I usually put the paintable version first, and then the corresponding models of, you know, the ones that actually have logos and tampo on them after that. So that's why I do the painted ones. I try to collect all of the ones of that series. So as an example, I'll do the Ford one real quick. How do you keep them so clean? Honestly, like I said, once you put Novus on them, the plastic, it makes it really easy. All you have to do is just get another microfiber towel and basically just kind of wipe them off because the dust doesn't really stick or embed into the plastic because that Novus creates a coat. I'm guessing, you know, that's what makes it slick. So I'm guessing it kind of fills in the gaps on the plastic. Would be my guess. I'm no scientist or chemist. Get someone to blow on them all the time. All right, so that this is the paintable version, and here's the version, the carded version. So you notice that when AFX does their real manufacturers, I don't know, tampo advertising to make it look like a stock car. They have this theme, and you can see right there they call it core racing, and that stands for hardcore racing, in case anybody ever wondered. So if you ever see that little symbol or you see the word core on the AFX cars, that's what they're referring to as hardcore racing. Because see the core? So, like I said, if I know something about, you know, what we got going on here, then I'm going to share it. I didn't know if a lot of people knew that or not. All right. Hey, Easy. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. You guys need to go by and check out his channel. He's got a lot of good stuff going on. Like I said, doesn't matter how you slot. There is no wrong way to slot. All right. So I don't have all of the Mega Gs, obviously. I can't afford that. Hey, man, no problem. Like I said, man, I'm here to help the hobby no matter what scale. If you're a slot car racer, you're a slot car racer. And then that makes other people ask questions like, what is slot car racing? So I don't have all the F1 cars, but there's the Flow Racing Mega G. My Super International track set that I used to build my track, and a couple of other tracks, because I actually used 3 tracks to make my track, and one of them was my Super International set, and it was the Mega G version. So I've already got those cars, but I didn't have them carded. And speaking of carded, here we have one that is a twin pack that was not part of the Super International set. We race them all year long, Damon. When it's hot outside, when it's cold outside, it makes no difference. At least at my house we do. So this one here, you could also buy in a twin pack or individually, obviously. And this is the Pro 1, and you'll see that a lot on the AFX liveries. Yeah, I think I got one more. Yeah. Sorry if this is boring to people. Here you go. This is the one I use right here. The cheapest place to buy it is on Amazon. And then here's my trick: is I buy one of the big bottles, and then I buy one of their jugs for refills. It's more cost effective that way. And then they sell a little kit that comes with all 3, but honestly, the other 2 are kind of strong to be using on our stuff. I've seen them do some things to cars that I wouldn't recommend. And like I said, I apologize, but this is stuff I had to do. And I know a lot of people see the cars on the wall, but they don't know what the cars are because of the distance. So this is another one that comes from the Super International set, the Full Tilt, which is the Red Bull knockoff. Oh, no problem, Kevin. That's what I'm here to do, answer questions. If I don't know the answers, I got plenty of smart people over there in the chat that will know the answers. So, yeah, those are the only 3 F1 cars that I have that are carded. Then I guess I can just go ahead and show these right here. Then I'm going to move the chair down because I can't put anything up until things get done. So, see, like I've got a little novice on my microfiber towel from just doing those first 6 or whatever. And I just barely have to wipe on this thing, and it cleans it right up, all the dust. And then I use one to, so here's what I'm doing in case I don't have the camera down here. I've got one that I have the novice on, and then I've got a dry one that I use to polish and make it all shiny. So, oh, nice, Rick. Will novice clean up party cars? Yeah, that's what I'm using right now, Rick. And yeah, what's up with the peroxide hat? Yeah, Ed, I'm going to try to get G-Bud to either do a video on that, or he needs to send me his little ratio, because I know you add water, hydrogen peroxide to a certain ratio, and then you stick it in a clear container out in the direct sunlight for, I think it's like 15 to 30 minutes. But I don't know exactly for sure. And the one time I tried, it started fading some of the colors. So obviously I didn't have the ratio right. But if you've seen G-Bud's videos, he's got it right. And I just need to get it from him because it made him look brand new. It does work. G-Bud's, go to his video and you can see that what he did to a BMW that he got off of Danny Sosa. And it whitened it right up. Even the wheels, it whitened them up. I'm actually, okay, so Steve, all the cars that are in here are on thumbtacks because I rent. But then once I moved out there, and then the stuff on the walls, I use those command strips on the, like on my doors. And then any of the, after I put my cases up out in the hallway, the cars that I put along the side of it, I started using those command strips instead of the poking the holes in the wall. Because when I do move, I don't want to spend, you know, 2 or 3 days filling in little holes so I don't get raked over the coal. You try Goo Gone? Okay, so I'll show you. I've got 2 more, as you can see right there with the bad light. I've got 2 more 962s right there. Then from here down is the Peugeots. But anyway, so here's the paintable version of the Mega G Porsche 962. And here's a cool story about these. I bought these from Scale Auto back in 2016, and I bought them for $25 a piece. And then I went ahead and bought another set of 4, and then each one of us that races over here bought one. And we started our Mega G class. So we have a Mega G class with these Porsches. And now those guys don't want to race them because those cars bring $80 to $100, and I don't blame them. But I still run mine around the track. So yeah, I literally paid $25 for this car. And it's a Mega G. So it's amazing how in 9 years the price has just shot up so much on these things. And the Mega G chassis is awesome. In fact, I need to, I know Mark would be more interested in that. I need to dig out my Imposter and the build that I was doing, creating a, trying to see if I could make a Mega G as fast as a Viper. And so far I was failing miserably. Yeah, that was a good price, Rick. I wish I could do that again. Like I said, bought 8 of them from Scale Auto for $200, and now that wouldn't buy 2 of the cars, which is insane. I tell everybody, if you have a Mega G, it's a $100 bill, almost guaranteed. And here's another one. They're cool looking cars. I like them. And I can show you mine, which is that one right there. Yeah, that's my racer. My $100 racer, stock. While I'm in the cabinet, I might as well get out the test shot car. So I also have an Audi test shot that I have as a personal racer. This thing's hard to see on the track. If it wasn't for that yellow helmet, you wouldn't be able to see it at all. And if you guys do race cars, I can't recommend these Audi bodies enough. Look how low that is. The only thing better is a F1 car. The Peugeots are the same way. There's a couple of my Mega G runners. All right. Might as well show it off while I'm cleaning it off. So got me a Johnny Likeny extraction. Do they have headlights? Nope, no headlights, KP. And congratulations on becoming a new member, man. Yeah, Ed, that as it's so crazy how much prices have gone up. Yeah, insane. Well, here's an example. There you go. $25 for this bad boy back in the day. Now they're like 40 or 50 bucks. Yeah, I strongly recommend the command strips, even though they're a little more pricey than thumbtacks. And I get the ones that hold up to 5 pounds, and so that's nothing for those things to hold these slot cars. Looks like Sizzler's cars. Yeah. I got a bunch of Mega G Plus that I need to change the guide pins on. Yeah, you must have a routed track. They don't make them as deep in the slot valley. And here we go. So there's my carded test car. Bad to the bone. And once again, thank you to Adam. And this is the one that's getting ready to go up. I'm getting ready to put the ones that I cleaned back up on the wall. So once again, thank you, Adam, for selling this at such a reasonable price. And in case you guys didn't know, there's 2 of these that are carded. And this is called the Blacktail. And the other one is got a yellow tail. So it's the same car, but the tail wing is red or yellow, black, or red, I believe is the other color. Yep. So there's a red tail, a yellow tail. This is the yellow tail. There's the black tail. Sushi or slot cars. I didn't name it that, Mayor. That's just what they call them. So yeah, black tail, yellow tail, and there's another one that has a red tail. So there's 4 of these Audis like this, these TDIs. They're all different numbers, obviously, but yeah, there's 4 of these. So I've got 3 out of the 4. And obviously I don't have this one carded. Aussie tail, yellow tail Aussie, white nice. And if you race these things, I will warn you real quick, just from my own personal one that I race. These wings are very fragile. You'll snap it off real quick. I've already had to glue mine back on. All right. Here. Now comes the reassembly. Too wide to run on your lifelike track. You see, that's I'll just get off my little tangent real quick. Slot cars have evolved to being bigger bodied HO scale. So instead of your 187, it's gone down to like 164th. But the track has stayed for a 187 scale, and that is smaller. And so to give you an example of what I'm talking about is if you look at an old T-Jet, kind of awesome just being able to spin around and pick out a car and show you guys. So if you look at an old Thunderjet, look how small that thing is. And then you pull out a new lifelike. Look at the size difference. Look how much wider it is. See that? So this size of car was made for the size of track that we all run. The problem is the cars got bigger, but the track didn't. it really needs to be about another inch wider, so you could put a ½ inch in the middle to separate them some more, and another ¼ inch on either side to make your full inch. And then, but that's never going to happen. I can just tell you that right now. They've got, these molds have been made forever and a minute, and they're not going to upgrade them. I wouldn't think. I wish they would, but I don't think they ever will. Pull out a new Prius. Patrick, I honestly, they don't have a Prius, but see, when I'm standing here, I knew this was going to happen. You guys would be asking about cars. Where's it? Oh, while I don't have a Prius, I will show you guys a couple of cars that you may not have known that they even made. And I believe there's 3 or 4 of them. But PT Cruisers. Yeah, PT Cruisers. They're on the Super Racing Turbo chassis. Obviously, I got both of these, and it looks like they were somebody's shelf queens, like they're going to be mine. So I don't have a Prius, but I got a PT Cruiser. Got a couple of them. Little fat cars, yes. Hey, Rich, thank you for showing up, buddy. Sorry, left my Mountain Dew over there. All right. Let's go in reverse. Let's start putting some of these back on the wall. And here's an example. See, like this towel's already got a little bit of wet Novus on it, so I just push on the hards and wipe them off. Sorry, I had to make sure I get my feng shui right. I also like to put them in numerical order. I know, I'm anal. So there's my Audi. Rotating the camera so I can, or the computer, so I can actually see if you guys are saying anything or asking a question. Uh-oh. Dropped my push pin. Good thing for me, I got extra. Ah, I knew something didn't look right. Got to talking and screwed up. I'd be saying some nasty words if you guys weren't here right now. Just so you know. I forgot my black Audi. That means every single one of these I just put up has to come back down from here over. I guess I better focus on what I'm doing, huh? Oops. Try not to drop my expensive cars on the floor, break anything. That'd be kind of cool too. That ain't right. Now we're cooking. Saturday Night Live skit. Oh, crap. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Watch Scott fall off his ladder or off his chair. That'd be really entertaining too, wouldn't it? Scott only thought he was going to go to work tomorrow. He's going to go to the ER instead. I'm going to try to adjust the camera and see if. Wrong one. Oh yeah, there's my table. There's the mess. You guys want to know why I haven't been racing anything? All right. Let me move the camera over to where you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And even though they're the same packaging, sometimes they're not cut exactly the same, so I have to repin a hole. And Rich, I'm breaking out the hammer. There we go. Get the hammer, yep. Hammer time, yes. All right, let me scoot this over there, get the other 3 down, and then I'll move the camera back over here. Try not to fall and bust my ass. I've broken my hand. Top quality from China. Exactly, guys. Yeah, hammer time. Is it 1? No, let's go 3. There we go. All right, so I showed you the Ford Fusion, and now we have the Monte Carlo SS. Get a little more Novus on my towel. My phone just got an ad, so I apologize to everybody. So we saw the Fusion with the paintable and the stock car. And now I got the Monte Carlo SS. Not yet, KP, not that I know of anyway. And then here's the Monte Carlo SS. A lot of people haven't seen this car. They didn't even know it existed. But some people have, so I understand if you go, I've seen that. But I also understand if someone goes, I didn't even know they made that one. And from New Jersey. Nice. So Colonial Auto Parts, Monte Carlo SS. I don't drink Delaware River water. And then the last 2. Yeah, I knew we've already dropped down to 30 people. I knew I was going to be boring some people to death doing this, but like I said, some people ask to see what the collection looks like, and the camera can only zoom so far. So I needed to do this. So I thought I'd just share. Like I said, maybe show off some cars you didn't even know existed, or give you a little history on some. So here we have what's supposed to be like a Texaco Havoline. So yeah, that's what that reminds me of, is a Davy Allison type, you know. But it's the Monte Carlo. This is a Chevy. It's a Mega G. Oh, C8 versions, is that what those are? See, I don't know. I'm not up on my Corvette C numbers, but yeah, no, they got all sorts of Corvettes at Race Masters. My apologies. I thought he was talking about the brand new one. And then here's the other one, the Heist construction. They are? Okay, cool. Thank you, Rich. Yeah. These are another Mega G. These are the only two Mega G stock cars that they made that didn't come in sets. So these are the only two carded ones you could get. So a little bit of history on those. I'm going to need to go grab some stick pins since I busted one and I dropped one. And it's somewhere in my blinds. So just a second, I'll be right back. Here. Nothing but stick pins. And these are the ones that have already been taken down, so to be replaced. All right, well, here, let's move the camera. Quick, switch your cars on the wall. Oh, yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm going to find it. Yeah, when I walk around and I step on it, the dog's screaming, or me screaming and yelling, the dog's wondering why I'm getting attacked. Let me see. I'm trying to move the camera again back to where you guys can see where I'm at, because I'm actually going to have to move the TV. Oh, wrong way. So there you go. So you can see that one over there in the corner. That's a TYCO HP7. So now I'm going to take advantage of my TV mount and move my TV around real quick so I can get back up in here. Let me get my little step stool so I can stand behind the TV. Oop. Yep, about goofed up. Well, that ain't gonna be no fun. I put his TYCO, but no, it's above the TV. You can see it. Crack me up. Hey, Slightly Man. Hey, Fox and Walls. Hope you guys are doing well. Trying to get my camera to move. There we go. Show you which TYCO that I was accused of hiding behind the TV. I put him up there because he's neon and he's easy to see. I'm sure some of you already figured out who it is. So now that one's going to go here. I'll try to move the camera. Hiding his shame. You guys are brutal. Okay. At least it's a Pontiac. Yep. Oh, wrong way again, Scott. I forget. I'm opposite of where the camera's at. So my left is my right is my left. It's opposite world. So there's what we just finished. And there's the two. So I got the Kyle Petty, and I believe that's Morgan Shepherd. They're Thunderbirds. So we'll put the king on top of them. And in case you're wondering, yes, you can see these cars, and including this one, when you're sitting down around the table. You'll put them on your wall. Hey, Dale. Thank you for showing up. Hope you and the family are doing well. Had a good weekend. Pack them up, he says. Oh, wrong way here. I was going to show you. Adam, I don't know if he's still watching, but he gave me a hard time because I used to have a blank spot right here. So I put one of my Formula TYCO Japanese edition Formula One cars right there. So I got rid of the blank spot on the wall just for Adam. Rich just picked up a tote of TYCO track with race computer and 6 cars in the garage sale for 4. That's a steal. Yeah, you stole that, man. Big time. Oh, back up to 35. Tell Adam he has a shitload of holes in his wall now. Crack me up. Let's see what else I can show you. He won't show us the race room now, yeah. He's been selling a lot of his personal stuff, a lot of his personal cars. But Auto World's going to keep pumping out cars, so something tells me he's... That's how far behind I am with YouTube. With the white Z28. No, I don't think so. No. So the reason why I'm panning the camera over here is to show you that I literally just got through. Yeah, there I am. See the AFX twin packs? And then you guys know they literally just came out with a new twin pack. So those 6 twin packs are coming down. I'm moving 2 twin packs from underneath the TV over there and give me some room to grow on. I wish I did have it, Ed. I'll put it that way. Hey, G-Bud. Yeah, there's a lot of twin packs that I'd like to have. It's like I was explaining to Angry Coyote Tate whenever he was over here. I was showing him a lot of those twin packs are like Toys R Us exclusive, Scale Auto exclusives. I think there's Kmart. Rich can clarify all the different ones. There's a couple of bigger toy manufacturers that had their own twin packs and stuff, and that's why you'll see the same super stalkers, but label, but with a different background. Hey, Adam, yeah, I was just talking about you. Did you see I filled that hole you were giving me a hard time for? I did that just for you, Adam, right there. Remember when you gave me a hard time that there was a blank spot on the wall? His ears were burning, yep. Oh, the white Z28, Ed? Is that the one you're talking about? Eluded you for years? Here, I don't need to have you guys watching the TV watch me. You can watch me watch me. You have that twin pack, Ed? Or Rich? Or just the individual Z28? I didn't show the other extraction that was on the top of the case, but I got a Plymouth. You opened it. Nice. There's a lot of twin packs I'd like to have. I just don't want to. I don't have the money right now. And even if I did have the money, there's several other cars that I would like to have as part of my collection before I bought another twin pack for $130 or so is what a lot of those are getting now. That's I understand, because I'm a collector, but by the same token, $130, $130 or $120, whatever it is, And right now, that's a lot of money. There's nothing behind the actual TV. I'll show you. But yeah, no, it's a movable mount. That's what I was doing, was pulling it out away from the wall so I could get in there behind it. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, I need to rearrange it. So I'll move the camera over and I'll show you that. Oh, thank you, Tom. I got back into the hobby in 2016, and shortly thereafter, I started collecting cars. And it all started with one case, one of these cases, and that's how it all started. Hey, ZSJ, thank you for showing up, man. Okay, so as you can see, there's cars along the bottom here, the twin packs. So you can see them when you're sitting down, but I am going to move some of these twin packs, like these two right here, are going to go over there, and I'm doing some rearranging because those Tomy AFX 2-packs are coming down. I literally just put them up and they're getting ready to come down. So yeah, there's a row of cars right here. Yeah, another 4 twin packs right there. Yeah. You have no idea, Mike. It is super hard. Because I like to, whenever I'm buying cars for the auctions and stuff, and I'm scouring all these different places, that's how I find good deals on some of the cars that I want to collect. Well, right now, I have spent $0 in the last month and 3 weeks now on personal cars. Every dime that I have that's personal, that's not going to buy cars to be auctioned off for future Saturday night shows, is going into that Mustang. In fact, I've preemptively bought a big bag of chicken strips. I bought a thing of frozen burritos, a thing of frozen corn dogs, pizza bites, anything I can do to keep from having to go out to eat and having to cook. So I'm doing whatever I can, but I am going to make an exception for this Wednesday night. I'm going to go to Burger King and get me a Whopper for Whopper Wednesday so I can pick up a Crown so I can ship it off to Mark's SLOTCAR Garage. Who's the guy? So, some imposter. Yeah. Yeah, see, it gets really trippy. You can keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. That is kind of weird. If I'm standing here and then I'm there, and then there's the TV that I'm standing in front of. That's pretty freaky. Your West Coast way. I like it, Kevin. Infinity TV. That's it, Dave. Let's see here. Yeah, switch around here so I can move back to where I was. So here, before I get off here, because I know it's Monday night. I know this was boring as hell, and I apologize, but it was something that I had to do. So now the whole row. So literally, my 3 of the 4 walls circling the room are all AFX Mega G or Mega G Plus cars, and then this wall is TYCO and some Auto World. Oh, you can only see one picture. Nice. So, like I said, I know this was boring to some people, but hopefully it was a little bit entertaining. But before I get off here, I want to show you what we're going to be doing next Monday night, and it's going to be a lot more involved. So, we only may do part of it next Monday, and then finish it off the following Monday, because we literally did half a wall today, and I've got a half and a whole one that I've got to do. So, in other words, from that corner all the way to that corner has to come down on that wall. And the reason why is because, like I mentioned, my buddy Adam was generous enough to give me a car as an early Christmas present in July. He called it my Christmas in July gift, and I definitely appreciate it. So I'm going to show you that car, and then I'll swing the camera around and show you what is going to be on the agenda for next week if anybody's interested in watching. And then maybe hearing some of the history on some of the cars and stuff like that. But here, let me swing it around. Those cars behind you need moved up. Can you do a mobile with the banded boxes? I don't know what you mean by that, Pat. Can I do a mobile with the banded boxes? Oh, you mean like show you guys all the banded cars that I have? Is that what you're referring to? You know, because I've got them on top of all my cases all the way around, and then out there too. You know, whatever you guys want to see in the room, trust me, I'm more than happy to show it off. I'm proud of all this stuff. It's taken a long time for me to buy and sell and trade and swap and, you know, get gifts and stuff like that to be able to get this collection, and I'm proud of it. I'm more than happy to show it off. I'm not bragging. This is a work of love. You know that, you know what they say: if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Well, if I could do this full time, or if I could race full time, I'd love it. Show your hammer, okay? Just a little dinky hammer. I use this one for assembly for the independent front ends when I'm tapping them together, or I use them for unruly tacks that don't want to shove into the wall if I'm close to a stud. Oh, you're good, John. Yeah, no, like I said, I sometimes I get some hate messages, and the one that sticks with me is the person that accused me of hoarding cars from little kids and how I should be ashamed of myself. And, you know, I'm not ashamed at all. This is a lot of hard work, and and nothing was, you know, this wasn't handed to me. I had to flip stuff to do stuff, because at the time I was building this collection, I was actually racing my Mustang. So all of my free money was going for my Mustang, and anything that I bought in this slot car room had to generate its own income. And so that's whenever I was selling cars on eBay, and then I would use the profit to save that up to be able to buy a car, and then I'd use the money that I paid for the car to reinvest in another car to sell. So I did a lot of buying and selling. I sold over 1,000 cars on eBay. Exactly, Rich. Yeah, no. Anybody, like I said, I understand why some people would like to hate on me, and I understand it, but that they don't know the whole story. And so you're judging a book by its cover. Some of these are gifts, and I'm very appreciative of those gifts. Paul's given me some carded cards. Adam's given me some carded cards, and they're up on my walls. I'm not ashamed to put those up, and I'm going to show them off. That's the whole idea of me doing this. This is kind of like a little time capsule in my book. In the diaper aisle. Exactly, Brian. So here, let me swing the camera around. I'm going to show you the awesome gift that Adam gave me. And if you're still watching, Adam, thank you again, buddy. And then I'll show you next preview for a next week's show if you're interested in watching and seeing more of my collection. Because of the new Ford GT that just came out, that means that the Ford GT40 that I stuck over there, the white one that they came out with, the number 8, so I didn't have to remove the cars on the wall. It's got to move because that's where the Ford GTs are. So that one's coming down. When I'm able to afford the new one, then the new one's going to go there. But that number 8 needs to go where the other number 8s are, because I have all my GT40s in order. They're all in numerical order. So here, let me see if I can get my camera to work. There we go. Oh, wrong way. Left is right, right is left. Sorry. Okay, so what I'm talking about is that Ford GT40 that's right there in the corner. That's the white with a blue stripe number 8 that they came out with. It needs to go down here by the other 8s. There's 2 of them, and one of them, once again, my buddy Adam gave me 3 years ago, and it's sitting right where I can look at it every day. So long story short, that one's coming out, so it can go where the number 8s are, and I'm going to move the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. And then, so everything from those yellow number 8s over to the corner and then all the way along the back wall have to come off. Every single one of them. And you'll see why. I know, Rich. I'm a glutton for punishment. This second, I'm trying to get the camera. Everything's a little delayed when you're on YouTube. We're going to need a bigger boat. Yeah. Oh, wrong way. Guess it'd help I went the right way, because I'm trying to show you guys. Yeah, Dave, I noticed that on mine too, so I apologize. I've got it set on minimum, but apparently YouTube's hurting for cash this month because they hammered my show Saturday night too. They don't let you turn them completely off. YouTube's going to make their money. Oh, come on, camera. I'm trying to get it to zoom on the one that I'm trying to show you that Adam gave me. Okay, let's see if I can get it to work. There we go. And I know that's bright. I'm going to move it. I'm sorry. I got to. In case you're wondering, that case you're looking at right there is my original slot car collection from whenever I was a kid. So I'll move around here and open that door so that doesn't blind everybody anymore. So what you're seeing here is Scott's original slot cars from when he was a kid. And they go all the way over to here. And then what you see that looks like doubles are because I tried to buy better versions of the ones that I trashed whenever I was a kid on the other side. So that's why you see duplicates. But yeah, these are, I have every slot car from when I was a kid except for one. And that kid got beat up on when he stole it. But anyway, that isn't the reason why I swung it around. Here, I'll change that. So there we go. There it is right there. That Mega G. I think that's a 69 Camaro. So yeah, there's the reason for what we're doing. Yeah, that's an original. I love this car. This one, this is what he's talking about, in case you guys didn't know. And these things bring stupid money on eBay now. I love this car because it was on the curve hugger where's the camera? There we go. Curve hugger chassis, and it would slide around the corners, and it'd keep on going. I loved it because the ass end would waggle. It was a fun car. And then since I don't want to spend what people are paying for these, I bought a resin copy of the other one. In case you guys didn't know, they made two Gremlins, and this is a resin copy of the number 5 because I didn't want to pay what people were asking. Where's that? There we go. For the others. So that's a resin body, but they did a good job on it, obviously. So. And the one that the kids stole from me whenever I was younger is this bad boy right here. And it's there it is. It's a lighted chassis. And in case you were wondering, they make 2 versions of this Chevelle, and the one that's the rarest is the one that's non-lighted. So if you like these Chevelles from AFX and you're wanting a rare one, get the one that doesn't have the lights. In fact, the front end are solid. I think I've got one. Let me see where it's at. I can show you. There it is. So the one without lights is the rare one. The one with lights is the non-rare one. One is a Gremlin, one is a Pinto. Okay, Rich. So is the orange one the Pinto? I'm guessing it is. Yeah, because that looks like a Gremlin. Yeah, there's the Pinto. So Pinto, Gremlin. And here, while I got it open, I'll just show you. So if you guys have ever heard me tell the story, where's it at? There we go. This is my first ever slot car. It's on the wrong chassis underneath it, but that's my first ever. And it's not supposed to be orange. That's when I was young and painted it, and that's why it's all destroyed. Here's the test shot of that car, the TYCO test shot body, and it is on the correct TYCO Pro 2. And this is what it looked like before Scott painted it. Where's that? Obviously, I'm waiting to put some white. Well, where's that? Damn it. White boots on it. So I got the test shot and got my original from when I was a kid. And just so you guys know, that orange one that I showed, 1974 is when I got my first slot car track. Oh, that's cool, Rich. I knew you were a Mustang guy at heart. All right, so now I'm going to move the camera around and show you guys what the project is for next week. So let's. And I'll try to wrap it up because I know, like I said, it's Monday night. Some people have to go to work tomorrow if they haven't already. Okay, so like I mentioned, the 8 that's in the corner has to come right there. So that means all of those all the way over have to come down. And give me a second here, and I'll move the camera and show you. Oh, that's cool, Tom. Oh, wrong way. Left is right, right is left, Scott. All right, so as you can see here, that's where the Mustangs start. So there's the Mega G Mustang that went with that Mega G Camaro that I saw. Those are the only two Mega G street cars that they came out with when they released the Mega G chassis. So all of these Mustangs have to move. And then it comes around over here to the 3 Chevelles. I'll move it again so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If got some more room on the camera. So basically, what's going to happen is that black Chevelle, the yellow Chevelle, and the red Chevelle are coming down completely. The number 8's going in over there, and then I'm putting once those you got to remember the Mustangs are going to move over to end where the black Chevelle's at, and then I'm going to put the blue Camaro that Adam gifted me right there, and then that's where it's going to start. The older Camaros go to the newer Camaros, and then go to the Corvettes, and then I've got to find a new home for those 3 Chevelles. I'll see how far the camera's going to swing around. I can show you. So that everything that you see up there from those GT40s over has to come down. Yeah, that's about as far as it's going to go. It won't turn all the way around. So yeah, that whole wall from here all the way to the corner, all of those have to come down. Crazy, huh? And when that happens, then literally I won't have any more room besides the twin pack spot for any more cars other than what I've got planned for over here in the corner. I've got a couple of, I got an SRT, I got to put over there in the corner. And then I got a very hard to find G Plus. I have your address. And oh, well, here I can show you something else I'm proud of real quick. So in case you guys didn't know, I made it my goal to try to collect every Ford GT40 that AFX created from Race Masters up. Now, there are 6 Australian release only Ford GT40s that I don't have all 6 of. But I do have every GT40 except for one that is a super unicorn on that wall. So next week I can show you every single GT40 that they have. And I can show you now the 3 out of the 6 Australian versions that I do own. So if you're quick math, I literally am only 4 cars from having every single GT40 that AFX made from Super G Plus all the way up to Mega G Plus. So let me show those real quick and then I'll wrap it up. Let you guys get on with the rest of your evening. Huh? Left is right, right is left, Scott. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. I can see him, but I know what I'm looking at. Come on, zoom. Oh, the Shadow and the blue and purple Camaro. Yeah, that Shadow, I wanted that thing forever whenever I was a kid and never could get it. When I finally got older, I got one. I got more than one now. So I know I kind of cut. Yeah. Here, I still got it up. Let me see if I can pop it. There you go. All right. So there's the white. I'm sorry, the blue #1, Ken Miles. The black #2. I can't remember his name. And then the red #3. And they made a 5, 7. No, a 5, a 6, and an 8. So if I had the 5, 6, and 8 of the Australian and the one unicorn Mega G #7, then I would literally have every Ford GT40 that they made. To give you guys an example, ProTinkerToys.com, Brian got some of these and he didn't know what he had, and I had it in my basket. But someone bought it before I could. But it was the gold #5, I believe is the gold and pink that Mario Andretti drove. So I would have had 4, but he sold them. But anyway, if you go on eBay right now and you try to price any of those Australian Super G Plus cars, they're generally going to go for around $250 up. And then if you remember, the whole reason why I was moving cars to the hallway in those 2 new cases was to get cars off the top. Well, you can see that this is where all those NASCARs were, those TYCO NASCARs, they were all right here. So I've literally pulled all of my TYCO NASCARs off, put them out in the hallway, and took all the ones that I could off the top, and I filled in everywhere where those NASCARs were. And I still have every case is filled with cars on top of it. All the way around. So all those. So when I say I got to buy another 2 of those cases, I'm not kidding. But like I also mentioned earlier, if you missed it, I'm not spending another dime on any personal slot car stuff until my Mustang's running. And then I'll worry about buying some cases. And then I'll worry about putting these up. The good news is since I'm not buying any more slot cars until the Mustang's running, I don't have to worry about finding some place to put them. And I don't have to worry about shipping them to people. Oh, crack me up. Is there anything you guys want to see while I'm stuck over here in the little corner real quick? Or you guys want me to wrap it up and let you guys get on with the rest of your Monday evening, and then we'll catch everybody at Bob at the Electric Avenue tomorrow and watch the guys light some sparks and melt some plastic? Like I said, I actually went longer than what I thought I was, but I got to talking at the beginning. I got talking at the end. So, it is what it is. We got up to a little over 40 people at one point in time, and then it bounced down to 20 something. It bounced back up. So I understand this isn't everybody's cup of tea. I get it. Oh, you guys are good, man. Like I said, I'm trying to throw stuff out there besides just showing off cars. I'm trying to give some history behind whatever I do have, or little details on something that you may or may not know about, or show cars that you may have not seen before. Here, Here's a TYCO Pro 1 version of my original slot car that I was able to purchase. So now I have a whole row of, I'll have my original, I'll have the test shot, and then I'll have a TYCO Pro 1 and a TYCO Pro 2. And they did come out with both those chassis. Rich, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive I'm right. No, that's the whole idea, man. That's what I try to do is, just like I said, it may be boring to some people, but it's educational to others. And I can't be everything to everybody. So I'll just be somebody to some people sometimes and somebody to somebody else the other times. Because I like racing the cars too. I like working on them too. So whenever I get done rearranging the room, the next projects are going to be, if you remember Brad's slots, slot cars, B-Rad's slots. He sent that little box of goodies that he called junk. I'm going to invest in some parts for those, and we're going to do some Monday night builds on those chassis, and then we'll use them as giveaways for the Saturday night shows as a joint giveaway from B-Rad's and from Scott's House of HO. Oh, that's right. There is no racing tomorrow. Bob's on vacay. If I wasn't going to drop off my motor tomorrow, I'd go ahead and start that, because I really need to get this crap done so I can get my cars back on my track and start running cars again. I miss running my cars around my track. It's fun playing with the collection stuff, but I like the racing part of it. Well, thank you guys, man. 2-week vacation, nice. Well, if he's not back next Tuesday night, then I'll do a special Tuesday night show too, because I think, honestly, redoing half of this wall and then that whole wall is going to take 2 Mondays. You're going to Bob's house and wait. Nice. Here. Oh, well, I guess one more thing I'll show off real quick. I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen these. The AFX dragsters. It's on the specialty chassis. They made 4 of them, and I've got one. They're pretty pricey. That's why I only have one, because I got a good deal on it. Those are pretty cool. In case you guys didn't see the episode when I got out the Snap-on track set, there's the Snap-on trucks. Oh, nice, Brian. That'd be awesome. So obviously they got to find their home. And then I'll leave you guys with one more car, 2 more cars, and then I'll sign off for the night. So whenever I was younger, I'm old enough to remember TVs only used to be in black and white. And I can remember to this day, when I was younger, watching Speed Racer, the cartoon, in black and white. And to those of you that remember, Ford Philco used to make televisions, not just appliances like they do now, but they actually made TVs. And when I lived obviously with my parents up in St. Charles, Missouri, there was a Ford Philco TV manufacturing facility there. And what was really cool is if you bought a TV, they would let you watch your TV be built, and then they'd serve you a little lunch. And then by the time you were done with your lunch, you were ready to go around to the dock and pick up your TV. So we got to watch the TV be assembled. And I got to see Speed Racer for the first time in color after we got the TV home, and Dad and my grandfather unloaded it. So I'm a big, super big Speed Racer fan. I know they don't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. I'm not into the newer Speed Racer thing that they came out with. I'm into the old one, the Chim Chim, the Racer X. So anyway, here's one of my Speed Racers, and the old Racer, his brother. So I'm proud of this one just because I watched Speed Racers so long, and I know Auto World's made Speed Racers and stuff like this, but yeah, this thing looks like it's legit. You know what I'm saying? It looks like the real car, so it's pretty cool. RCA TV, yeah, on VHS, yeah. See, you know what I'm talking about. You have the Speed Racer collection, nice. Yeah, see, Mike, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, no problem, Rick. I'm sorry, just not seeing you, man. Have you a good night, my friend. So on that note, I just wanted to show those off. I love my Speed Racer. And then I'll show this one off too. I got a Wolverine. I was trying to get the Sabretooth from the set, and someone I can remember this day. Someone beat me by $1. So I've only got the Wolverine version. One of these days, I'll pony up and get the Sabretooth. But well, guys, I don't know about you, but I had fun showing off some of the cars. I got something I needed to get done for a long time, so I could get the car that I bought off of Adam up on the wall, and then get the cars in their feng shui order. And so next Monday night, the plan is I'll be starting in this corner, taking down that number 8. I'm just going to leave a blank spot there for the new Ford GT whenever I can afford to buy it. So there'll be a blank spot there. So I'll just already have it pulled down. But then next week, I'm starting at the yellow number 8s, and we'll take down that part, that half of the wall, and then start on the whatever we can get to on the other half of the wall and take those down. And I'll show off all the every Mustang that they made from Mega G to Mega G Plus, and then I'll show off the 3 Chevelles, and then we'll move the Camaro over there, and I can show the all the older Camaros that work their way up to the new modern Camaros. So yeah, a lot of cool cars to show, but we'll definitely go through each of the GT40s and show you guys all the different versions of those, because that's honestly, out of my whole collection, that one collection of those GT40 cars is probably the one thing I'm the proudest of, because I own a couple of the most unicorn GT40 cars that they ever made. Rob Rodriguez bought one of them, which is, it came out of the track set, which is this one right here. And the reason why it is so rare is because it's the only clear edition Ken Miles that they made. It came in the Super Coupe set, and it's on a Mega G chassis. So that is a super, super, super unicorn. It's the second rarest GT40 made. The rarest GT40 made is the silver and black number 7, in case you're wondering. And then after those 2 rare cars, then it comes down to your Australians, and then it would go to your yellow number 8. That's the order of the exclusivity, the rarity, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm literally just 1 away from having all the American versions, 3 away from having all of the Australian versions, 4 total, and I'll have them all. So maybe someday that'll happen. But until then, I want you guys to enjoy what's left of your Labor Day weekend. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. I appreciate it. There is no Electric Avenue tomorrow night. So I guess I won't see everybody again until Wednesday night at my buddy Adam's show. And then on Thursday night, we've got Pro Tinker Toys does his live during the day. I think they're going to start up race night in the next couple of weeks. But if they don't have anything going on, that's okay, because Kenton with Pimp Your Layout is on Thursday nights. We have Rich with his Other Than TYCO Friday. Plus, he's got his Cold Snack and Slot Cars live show on Friday night. And then that'll bring us back to Saturday night with Slot Car Saturday Night Live with yours truly. So, guys, we got a big week planned. Be sure to support everybody that's making videos out there. Give them a like, give them a thumbs up, share with your friends. Tell your friends and neighbors they've got to get in this hobby. One of the top 10 must-have toys for 2025 is a slot car track. And tell them if they don't have one, they're getting left behind. You guys take care. I appreciate you all stopping in tonight. Have a good week. I'll talk to you on Wednesday night at Adam's show.